Hello, what's going on? My name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction. If you just wind up clicking on this video, thank you for watching. I've been documenting my journey through K-pop with my two co-hosts, Therese and Alex. So come join us live on Twitch every other Monday and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Would love to see you in the chat. There's going to be a link in the description to go check out the Twitch. But as well as that, thank you for watching the video. If you like it enough, we'd love to see you come back, and hopefully you'll be joining me on my journey. So thank you so much, and catch you in the next video. Oh, come on!
Ooh.
You son of a bitch!
All right. I'm so happy about it. Yeah, poor Brandon's trying to listen to that Try Me song forever. Okay, this one is a me pick. It's been on here for a while. I'm very happy about it. Okay, so...
Yeah, tell us about
please
the
tell
new
us,
six.
Alex.
Okay, so the new six... All right, how do I have this conversation? I don't listen to them, but I like this song a lot.
Okay.
And this song specifically is the Glen Check version. And we've checked out Glen Check on here before. It was that like indie,
that's cool.
that indie rock band. So they did a version of the TNX song that I like, and in my opinion, it just makes it a lot better. So I figure this is the only avenue we could probably watch it.
Oh, very cool. All right.
And yep, the chat is giving some context. They're Psy's group from debuted in 2022.
Very cool.
So I know a lot of people are familiar with TNX. If you don't know this version, I hope you enjoy it.
I actually listen to TNX, but I don't know this version.
I don't know either.
And I liked Glen Check when we checked them out.
I just like Glen Check. Yeah. Shout out to Glen Check. All right, cool. Let's see what's up.
No, you blew my mind, love or die. 난 망쳐가, but I don't mind. 좋은데 아파, do or die. 이제 넌 내게 waste, 지워버려도 돼. No one knows your line, 또 내 맘에 흉터 남기지. 너를 보았더 무너짐에 무뎌진 너 같은 거 너와 다른 모습을 하고서 You're the one I need 같은 말들 내히면서
Nothing.
Wanna give you the world, wanna make you feel like the luckiest girl. 그 너는 나를 밀어내 무너지길 바래. 우리 서로 나눈 메시지를 받아 제게 사랑 아니면 뭔데 그동안 왜 넌 내게 baby 자각하게 아니하니까 사랑이라니까 No you blow my mind love or die 난 망쳐가 but I don't mind
Okay.
좋은데 아파 do or die 이제 넌 내게 waste 지워버려도 돼 never die 붉게 물든 맘 짙게 번졌다 이제 넌 내게 waste 지워버려도 돼 이제 I don't see a life without you 내 머릿속은 all about you 내게 빠져버린 꿈 깨고 나면 deja vu love or die I don't know how to yeah Cause you gotta know 나를 망쳐버렸다 멈출 수가 없는 거 You're the girl I love the most yeah 우리 서로 나눈 메시지를 받아 자에게 사랑 아니면 뭔데 Sorry I'm not the yeah baby 자각하게 아니하니까 사랑이라니까 No you blew my mind love or die 난 망쳐가 but I don't mind 좋은데 아파 do or die 이제 넌 내게 waste 지워버려도 돼 never die 붉게 물든 맘 짙게 번졌다 이제 넌 내게 waste 지워버려도 돼 이제 Sorry everything I need to know 네가 남긴 상처들이 아물지 않아 내 맘이 다치게 하나 주지 마 No you blew my mind love or die 난 망쳐가 but I don't mind 좋은데 아파 do or die 이제 넌 내게 waste 지워버려도 돼 never die 붉게 물든 맘 짙게 번졌다 스쳐가 but I don't mind 좋은데 아파 do or die 이제 넌 내게 waste 지워버려도 돼.
All right, cool.
Hmm.
That was TNX and Glen Check, and the Glen Check version of Love or Die, if you are just tuning in.
Yep. So obviously it's just a visualizer video, not real too much to talk about. And Brandon, I don't think you've heard the original
I have
of the
not.
TNX song. It's just for me, it just switches the vibe up a lot. It adds like definitely a different energy to the song. And I'm a big fan of Glen Check's music and their incorporation of a lot of like low like synths and stuff into their kind of like indie rock music. And the fact that it's like I think it's a 3-piece and
It is a
super
3-piece, yeah.
super cool music. I just love how that chorus hits with like a wall of sound.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
like such a slow build,
Mhm.
and that chorus has so much impact to it. And I think it just does a service in just like in a way of just delivering a different energy to the original. So yeah, I like it a lot. I listen to the song pretty frequently, like outside of my K-pop playlists. It's up there for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Therese, are you ready? You look like you have your
Yeah.
hands crossed. You look like you're ready to do that meme, you know? You're like, I trade you for this, and you get this.
Well, this was quite the trade-off, let me tell you. I went through like a roller coaster of emotions because I know the original. I really like the original. And this definitely did something for me, and I couldn't decide if I liked it or not until about 3/4 of the way through. Because it starts off in like the most deep fried like instrumentals, like they really like took those vocals and compressed them to shit. And
Oh yeah,
I thought
they're ruined.
yeah,
Chris
I thought
Quesby, yeah.
I thought that it was going to be like a vibe check essentially and maybe switch out at some point, but they kept that throughout the whole thing, and that's a goddamn shame because their vocals are so good on the original. Like,
Ooh.
ooh. Um but I will say, when I was thinking about it as I was listening to it, I'm like, man, I don't like the vocals on this. But I remember listening to the original and thinking, wow, these vocals are like really like clear and clean and totally not the vibe that the song was actually going for. Because the original song was meant to be like punk pop, kind of like emo pop.
Yeah, it's like an emo song in disguise.
Yeah, but their vocals are so clear that it kind of like negates that. So this is kind of doing what it seemed like they were intending to do,
Huh.
but they just, maybe if like the dudes were there with Glen Check and they could like sing it live with them, that'd be awesome. But the fact that like they were giving me something really good with, I love what you call the wall of sound at that chorus. I really loved the amount of texture they were putting in their instrumentals on this. I had to take away the vocals that I really liked to get that kind of vibe. So it was like give and take. I think I accept it. I think it's definitely up there. I think I'm gonna, as soon as I listen to the song, I'm gonna want to go back to the original to get those vocals back in. But yeah, overall good. Overall very interesting. Actually changing up the sound.
Yeah, I think for context to maybe why I like it so much is like this is just the kind of music that I listen to. Like
Yeah,
outside of
that's
K-pop,
fair.
this
Yeah.
is the kind of music I listen to. Like
It
wall of
definitely,
sound, shoegazy kind of like just
Alternative, yeah.
noise, compressed
it
vocals,
definitely
reverb
gave
vocals.
me a lot of the same texture as a Virtue or like Sleep Token.
Ah, okay.
Brandon's been sending me metal requests to check out, and I've been checking them out. And metal has like a very specific texture that I'm
Facts.
not sure I'm quite into yet, but I will listen to it, and I will
We're gonna
gaslight
flip this
myself
script.
into liking.
We're gonna flip the script.
Some
I'm
metal songs,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get Therese to be a metalhead, and conversely, she is going. Her and Alex are gonna
Yeah.
make me into a
It's a
K-pop
fair
stan.
trade.
Yeah. So, this one I liked. I will say my opinion is probably pretty jaded because I love like alternative music. My background is more in that sort of lane of music. So I think for me, this one definitely was more of the vibe for what I typically enjoy. Would definitely check out the original. So I can't comment on how emo it is, but I feel like this song is very emo, and if they got the memo in terms of like making sad lyrics sad, then they did. This song has that sort of vibe to it, so definitely like that. I love the drumming on this song. I think it sounds very like very specific. Like it's got a unique tonality that I think makes
it's so clear
it's
in
so
comparison.
it's so yeah, it's so clear. And it's also like really dry in like the way that it's mixed in, which is pretty interesting to me. But I do enjoy it. I think that was really fun. But yeah, I think I don't really have a lot of opinions about it because I haven't heard the original song, but I think if we were trying to kind of notate it on pure emotion and what I felt, I think this song definitely gets the memo in terms of the like emo alternative type stuff, and if that's the vibe that they were going for, because we have listened to another Glen Check song. I do feel like they kind of continue a same sort of musical thread, so I definitely like that a lot. I think I'm more curious on how this version came to be, more or less than anything else. So if anybody knows how TNX and Glen Check put this together, I'm very curious on what may have transpired with that.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Yeah. So
I do want to point out comment Keen made. K-pop fans are all sleeper metal enjoyers, and you can't convince me otherwise. You are
facts.
so accurate, but and like the reverse is also true, that metal fans for the most part, if they would give it a chance and put their biases aside, mostly I think could like a lot of K-pop, because there's a lot more similarities and like nuances that you could link up, and that is why nobody hates Dreamcatcher.
That's facts. That's facts.
Oh my god, I've been trying to get the one metalhead I know in my everyday life into K-pop, and he loves baby metal. He couldn't take Dreamcatcher. He said it was too pop.
He's
I was
coping
so
hard. He's coping so hard.
He's coping. Yeah. As two metalheads, heads here, I can guarantee you that big cope.
Like, what do you do if someone turns down Dreamcatcher? What do you do?
They're coping.
It's like
they don't want to like it. They don't want to admit that they like K-pop. You know, I love Dreamcatcher. Big salutes. You know, I'll die. That was the first group we did a large deep dive on. So not me having Memo as one.
It'll come around. Check out the other bands that Brandon interviews on the channel. Yeah.
That'd be sick. I appreciate that.
Hey, wait, I'm going to give a recommendation for anyone in chat that doesn't like metal. This is a very specific recommendation to probably only the people hanging out here. There's a Korean band, a metal band. They are called Snake.
Yes.
SYNSNAKE. They are a Korean metal band, but they have one of their singers is a girl who is very influenced by K-pop music. She does a lot of like K-pop covers on her Instagram and stuff. They are basically the closest you can get to a mix of metal and K-pop. It's very like catchy music with like metal and like metal instrumentals and screaming and stuff. It's a really interesting mix. And they recently played a festival with Dreamcatcher.
They did.
They're really, really great. Snake, check them out.
Yeah, and also our slight plug to Passcode. I know they're Japanese, but they're also really sick.
Oh yeah, that's like a later down the rabbit hole.
That's a later down the rabbit hole. So if you liked Snake, then you can move on to Passcode next, which also really
huge
shout out. I'll shout out, since I don't listen to a lot of metal, but the ones that Brendan showed me, I really liked Spirit Box, and I really liked With Sails Ahead. Shout out to
the homies,
those guys.
Love them. Especially
maybe one day
with Sails Ahead.
Maybe one day I'll sneak a Snake song onto the wheel.
Oh!
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think we're already like outside of the K-pop realm on this wheel, so.
True.
Hey, Crusoe. Spirit Box is great. Yeah, love to see it.
Yep.
Love to see it. See, a lurker, a metal head that also loves K-pop. We vibing. We vibing.